Press conferences are supposed to be calm. Microphones, stage smiles, all scripted mind games. But this one, it detonated like a courtroom verdict gone wrong. One moment, everyone's joking. The next, it felt like someone pulled the emergency alarm on live TV. And that was the first sign something explosive was about to happen.
It reminds me of like one of those budget YouTube hood movies where someone just talks about their whole life and what they've come from and talking as if they're from one of the ghettos in Iraq or Africa or somewhere like that. But you know, he's got a sob story, he's running by it, and that's what makes him feel better, so we respect it. I just kind of listened and said my piece.
And you said to him, what have you done? Tell us what you've done.
Because as I said, like, you line up all the heavyweights. He was just talking about, oh, he's this, he's that, he's that. I said, but why are you worrying about what someone else has done? What have you done as a fighter to kind of boost your ego up? But he couldn't answer it because he ain't fought no one like us.
Jake Paul did what Jake always does, smirking, poking, pushing that invisible line. But then Anthony Joshua stood up, not like a boxer, but like a man who just heard enough disrespect to last a lifetime. Suddenly, AJ was in Jake's face, locked, furious, reminding him, this isn't YouTube. This is heavyweight business. The air changed. Everyone felt it.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna break his face, I'm gonna break his body up, I'm gonna stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality, and I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my mind, and I'm here to compete. I'm here to prove myself that I'm the better fighter, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'll do that until I finish fighting, no matter who it is.
No matter. We're fighting now. We'll fight tomorrow, AJ snapped. And the room instantly shrank, as if two egos this big can't fit inside four walls. Security lunged in. Cameras shook. Fans screamed like they just witnessed round 0 before round 1. And in that chaos, one truth became undeniable. Jake Paul thought this was a marketing stunt, until AJ turned it into a real fight. Stay right here, because this is only the beginning.
Look, Netflix have spent a lot of money, MVP have spent a lot of money, and Jake would look like a plonker if he pulled out the fight now after giving it the big one. And he knows that, and this fight's happening. You know, and that they think, look, one thing I'll say is this. If there was ever a good time to fight Anthony Joshua, it's probably now, right? Coming out of what will be 14 months of inactivity. By the way, he's also been in training camp for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, the time comes around. He's having to make weight. Maybe the confidence isn't where it has been in his career. So yeah, you can start dressing it.
Straight out of the press conference explosion, we slide into Teddy Atlas territory, boxing's version of a courtroom cross-examination. Suddenly, we're sitting at the sports dinner table while Uncle Teddy pours burning hot truth over every detail. And when a legend like him says, hey, don't be shocked if Jake actually has a chance, every jaw drops.
It's a choice of where people want to go to watch. It's still their choice. Before we look at all the reasons why Joshua should smash him, he's a pro fighter, 2-time Olympian, 2-time heavyweight champ, you know, bigger, stronger, highest level of fighting at this weight class. I mean, he should destroy him like he destroyed Ngannou. And a lot of people will use that comparison. But styles make fights. And Jake Paul's not going to fight him the way Ngannou fought him.
Teddy breaks the matchup down like he's solving a homicide case. Jake's younger, Jake's faster, Jake's smarter in the contract game. Meanwhile, AJ hasn't been active, he's cutting weight, and mentally, nobody knows which version of Joshua shows up. Teddy basically reminds the world of something it forgot. Jake surviving 8 rounds might qualify as a victory in Jake Paul world.
Where maybe Paul has some advantages. He's younger, His feet are a little faster. I know he's not at that level of a fighter. I get it. But his feet are faster. Joshua's feet are not that fast, closing gaps, getting to somebody. To hit him, even if you're better than him, you still got to get to him to hit him. Also, Joshua, last time he fought was over a year. He hasn't fought. He was basically retired. Where's his mind at?
Then Teddy goes nuclear. He talks about Netflix lawyers like they're protecting civilization. No way they approve a live disaster. And everybody watching suddenly whispers the same thing. Wait, is Teddy Atlas actually saying this upset makes sense? That's when this fight stops being a circus and turns into a science experiment. This was just the appetizer. The real twist hasn't even hit yet.
I'm just putting it out there that before you just say, yeah, it's got to be Joshua, don't discount how smart Mr. Paul has been so far. I wouldn't count him out in the ways that I just laid it out.
Sliding from Teddy Atlas to Dave Allen, now the mood shifts like we entered a psychological thriller. Dave looks at Jake Paul's resume like it's a crime scene. He's scrolling through BoxRec like he's double-checking fingerprints, unable to believe what he sees. And honestly, same here. This matchup feels like someone hit randomize on boxing history.
I reckon this kid, Jake Paul, could win an area title, definitely. I really think he could. He trains hard. I respect all of that. I respect him for what he's doing. Brilliant, he's having a go, amazing. But he's now fighting arguably a top 3 top heavyweight of the last 10, 15 years. One, it's dangerous. We're talking like it's a real fight. The whole thing I've been doing right now is based on it's a real fight. They're both going to try and flatten each other.
Dave starts roasting Jake's opponent list like a late-night stand-up special. YouTuber, check. Basketball guy, check. Retired MMA fighters, check. Tommy Fury, good kid, but area level at best. Even my coffee stops mid-sip. But then Dave drops the honesty bomb. This isn't funny. This is dangerous. When a heavyweight lands, it can change someone's life in one punch.
It's dangerous. He's not a heavyweight, he's a cruiserweight, if that. Turned pro at 13-2. And he wasn't a kid, he was 23 years of age. He wasn't a kid, he's not grown into heavyweight. He boxed as 5 months ago at 14-3. Might cut a bit of weight, might come down from 15 stone, but it's dangerous, really. It's dangerous. Very dangerous, because if Anthony Joshua hits him on the chin, he will put him to sleep.
He says when AJ lands clean, Jake might start seeing 2 moons and wondering which one to dodge. And Dave isn't hating. He hopes Jake gets dropped, gets up at the count of 10, and everyone collects their money without anybody needing a hospital scan. But he also speaks on the nightmare scenario. What if AJ actually hurts him? What happens to sanctioning bodies, to promoters, to boxing itself? Drop a like if you're still watching, because it's about to get even darker.
The intrigue is there to watch it for me, yeah, I will watch it. The same way I would go to the circus to watch, to be entertained by something a bit mad. But Anthony Joshua, for taking the fight, I'm not sure. So it's a lot of money to turn down, to be fair. But if Anthony Joshua goes in there with Jake Paul, plays nicely, wins on points, takes longer than 2 or 3 rounds, reputation with the casual public done. I'll watch it. If he's holding him up and playing nicely, I'll understand. I'll watch it and think, well, he could have stopped.
Now we crash into Steve Gordon. He's been inside Jake's camp. He's taken the punches. He's seen the chaos up close. And he says Jake's mentality is the wild card. The dude really believes he can beat AJ. That insane confidence is half the reason this fight exists. Steve says Jake has always wanted to show real levels, but politics fed him ex-NBA guys and semi-retired MMA stars instead.
Joshua, he's accomplished everything in boxing, from Olympic gold medal to now a 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So I think as far as him taking this fight, if anybody deserves to go and have a fun fight like this, it is Anthony Joshua. And Jake, he is kind of showing that he'll fight anyone.
Now Jake steps into a situation that feels less like boxing and more like jumping into traffic. It's a moment where sparring clips don't mean anything. He's about to face a man who's like a runaway refrigerator flying downhill. It's the kind of risk that makes you question whether confidence is bravery or insanity. Steve Gorford explains it like a surgeon. Jake truly believes he can beat AJ, and that stubborn confidence is the entire reason this fight exists. But when someone asks whether AJ is chinny, Steve fires back, reminding everyone that heavyweights don't throw punches, they throw meteors. Ruiz, Dubois, Klitschko, those punches could collapse anybody. It's not weakness, it's physics. And physics does not care about internet stardom.
And why is he chinny? Because he got stopped by Daniel Dubois and Ruiz. I mean, listen, this is a contact sport, you know. Like if you get hit, the human body's not made to be getting punched in the face. If you get hit, especially by these guys, Andy Ruiz, who's a good puncher, Dubois, we know is a big puncher. You get hit clean, you're gonna go. You're possibly gonna go down. Especially those guys, 230, 40, 50-pound guys. You know.
Steve continues breaking it down with the intensity of a scientist inspecting a bomb. Jake is quick, sharp, unpredictable, but AJ isn't playing patty cake. Joshua is preparing for Tyson Fury, not some influencer experiment. Jake is crashing that party like an uninvited villain, betting everything on speed and timing. The question isn't, can Jake land? The real fear is, can Jake survive what lands back? That's the tension. This fight isn't a circus anymore. It feels like a psychological test wrapped in a science experiment. Joshua turned the press conference into round zero. Jake turned training into obsession. Teddy Atlas warned us about variables nobody considered. Dave Allen said this could go dangerously wrong. Then Steve adds the twist. Mentality plus speed might make this far wilder than anyone predicts.
You know, but I would imagine he's gonna come. He's gonna be on his P's and Q's. He knows there'll be a lot of eyes on him for this fight, so he's gonna be looking to make a statement, because I think they have plans of him fighting Tyson Fury next. So I think he's gonna take this very seriously, and Jake's definitely taking it very seriously, and he's going to try to ruin the plan.
So here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. If AJ shows up locked in, focused, and fully committed, this could end brutally fast. A clean shot for a heavyweight can rewrite someone's life in 1 second. But if Jake survives long enough to make AJ think, to make the crowd gasp, to force everyone to raise an eyebrow, then we might witness one of boxing's most polarizing shockers ever recorded. This fight is either a quick bending or a legendary plot twist. There's no in-between. That's what makes it addictive. And that's why everyone will watch, nervous but glued to their screens. Now give your prediction. Who wins and how long does it last? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters.